He's going to be your first step for this bracket. Please give a wonderful, warm welcome. And just go fucking nuts for the progenitor of this room, Mr. Ben Hodgson. And ironically, this is the last time I can get people to laugh, or I won't book them. So, yeah, sorry, intro. But I'm going to do a properish step here. I'm going to start with one of my best friend's favourite jokes, which I quite like as well. I first went to a zoo and there was only one animal in it. It was a Shih Tzu. And actually, does anyone else here watch Foxtel?
Yeah.
Cool. Does anyone else here watch that show on Fox 8 called Murder? Okay. So this is going to go over everyone's head, but I don't care. No, there's a show, it's called Murder. Basically, average run-of-the-mill people go and solve real murders, which is pretty cool. But what I found most interesting is the major sponsor for the show is U tampons. So there's a show about cleaning up a bloody mess. It's sponsored by a product that stops. Yeah, it's all downhill from here. Speaking of tampons, no, this is actually on my thing. My brother, he's in the army over in Iraq at the moment, and he told me that one of the things that they issue to soldiers in their medical packs is like tampons. Not because they're like bags or shields or anything, but in case they get shot, because tampon makes a perfect wound protection thingy. I'm a little bit drunk. And I thought that was a brilliant idea. Except if the advertising companies here get hold of it, like how they've got those beaver ads, they would have ones like for this one, like the new U tampon, will plug any bleeding gash. Well, it's pain free, no longer just back to him. Yeah. And I've got a girlfriend who wants to marry me, so yeah. Yeah, so there's that one, and what else have I got written on my list here? Shit house. Actually, while I'm speaking about my lovely other half, I'll make some jokes about it. These are all true stories. The other week, we were at the supermarket, just doing a little bit of a shop, and we get up there to the paying card, and she says to the chick behind the counter, "Is it okay if I pay some with cash and some with EFTPOS?" And the checkout chick said, "Yeah, that's fine." And she said, "Okay, cool. I want to pay $20 with cash and the rest with EFTPOS." And pay the cash, and then they do the EFTPOS part. And while I'm here, can I actually get some cash out with the EFTPOS? Yeah, it's like $30. It wasn't until after we got to the car that I pointed out, yeah, what you could have done. And then the checkout chick still doesn't know what happened. And then a few nights ago, we were in bed. It was sleeping. It wasn't any like rude stories. I don't tell those. Do you really want to envisage me naked in the throes of passion with my own face? Wow. You almost heard before with that. Ian. I've never heard it before. Yeah. But anyway, we were in bed asleep. And well, she was asleep, I was half asleep, I don't sleep very well. And out of absolutely nowhere, the blanket gets ripped off me, she puts it between the legs, farts, then throws the blanket back on me. I'm not too sure what the subtext for that is. Yeah. She's kind of German. I'd be German, so I guess she's trying to gas me. Yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, and Fox was talking about strippers before. I've been to many a stripper in my time. I don't know. But the absolute worst one, which I think could even top the Mexicans, is a place in Melbourne called Hosie's.
Oh my god.
It's a place, a lot of strip clubs I've been to, the dancers are up there and you put actual notes in their G-strings and stuff to get them to take the gear off. This one, they walk around with beer jugs collecting change. And I'm still not sure if the change is for them to strip or to not. Yeah, I've seen gunshot wounds. And the worst thing is, my flatmate used to say, yeah, that's the place where you and I would fit in. Yeah, actually, he was a kind of scary guy. He used to like touching me more inappropriately than I did him before, in front of his girlfriend, and then saying that I had better tits than she did. I did. And what? And anyway, he used to scare me a bit because I am a little bit afraid of him coming in and taking advantage of me while I slept. And I also like tattoos. So I decided to combine my fear and my love and get a tramp stamp, which is a tattoo you get there. That says, caution, I have the AIDS. He said, oh, that's okay, you can only get it once. Sadly, that is also a true story. And I've got some more stuff. Oh, one last joke I'm going to tell, then I'm going to get off because I'm tired of this self-indulgence. Until recently I had a car, and just before I sold it, I was sitting at a set of lights, minding my own business. It was stopped. I can't remember what I was doing. And out of nowhere, I got hit fairly hard in the arse end of the car. I got out, and it was this little Indian girl in a sari, and she was on her way to something. And she was all apologetic, like, oh, I'm really, really sorry. I'm like, no, that's cool, it happened. Yeah. And then this, what I can only describe as a kind of retarded bogan, sort of drove past. And as he drives past, he screams out his window, oh, you should be driving a camel. Oh, that's so wrong. It offended me, no end. They should get it right. Indians drive taxis, Arabs drive camels. If you're going to be racist, at least get it right. That's all I ask. Anyway, on that note, and I'm going on with the circles, is even. At the end.